Hello, everybody. I'm back again. I hope everybody's having a great Memorial weekend. Uh, First thing I wanted to do is my old buddy John Cox at Cox Tractor wanted me to make sure that I showed off my new hat from Cox Tractor. He's a real good guy. It's a family-owned business, and we've been with my grandpa who done business with his dad, and my dad done business with John, and I done business with John. So we've been dealing with them for a long time, and they're good people. I'll put a link to his website there in the comments there. And if you're around the area, or if you ain't around the area and you need a tractor or hay equipment or a lawnmower or something like that, or a side-by-side, give John a call. He'll treat you right, and if you're starting a farm or a homestead, he'll find you some financing that'll help you and make sure that you succeed and don't come prey to bad lenders. But give John a chance. He's a good man, good family man. Term limits is what I want to talk about today, mostly. There's some other stuff I want to say, but I have been looking at some of these congressmen and senators' records, and some of them, that Jamie Raskins, I think he's from New York. When he was first elected to Congress, he was $40,000 in debt. And magically, now he's worth, what, $3 million, whatever. How do you do that? How do you go from $40,000 in debt to worth all that kind of money just being up there in Congress? Well, lobbyist money. Knowing trading on the stocks, knowing how to what's coming down the pike, knowing what legislation is going to be. It's insider trading for you and me, but for them, just another day at the old Washington, D.C. office. So we need to get the term limits back in this country, where these politicians can't go up there and spend 50 years doing nothing. I don't see how they get reelected. They send a little money, I guess, back to the states and grease the right palms, and the people fall for their lying bullshit. Is the only thing I know. Tim Burchett down there in Tennessee is one of the rare ones. He's sort of like President Trump. He'll just flat out tell you. He said the other day on different TV shows that most of the politicians up there had their hand in the cookie jar and was crooked as a dog's hind leg. And he said on the Benny show that some of them Congress will get him to himself and tell him to shut his mouth. Not be telling that. Well, a lot of American people have got their eyes open. They know it anyway. Just like fake news, how they covered up Joe Biden, and now they act like, oh, they're surprised. The White House lied to us. No, you covered it up right along with the Communist Democrats. I've never seen a party that was supposedly be for the working people like they claim. All of a sudden now they're for the rich elites and for illegal aliens, because they wanted the illegal aliens in here to replace the black population that they was losing for votes. If I was them black people in them big cities, bringing all them illegals in, throwing them in and taking all my benefits away, I'd be pretty well pissed off. Well, when they take it away from American people, I don't care if you're black, blue, brown, red, when they take it away from American people and give it to illegal, and then give them twice as much, put them on Social Security, and then holler Social Security's going broke. Put them on Medicare or Medicaid, and holler Medicaid's in trouble. Jeez. And people still, the news media act like they, like they're trusted or something. Just like the other day when President Trump called out that South African president, that night, every news media, from your local news media to the mainstream to all these left-wing talk shows, was the same exact, and plumb across and over in England, across the water, it was the same thing that they said. President Trump ambushes South African president. It was the same quote from your local news to your mainstream news, right on over across the water. Actually, I had a woman comment and tell me that over there, the BBC and all that stuff was telling that a country that give President Trump America, but they didn't give President Trump, give America and the Air Force the plane, was saying that they give it to President Trump for his personal use. And she asked me, she said, well, how would you feel if that country give Joe Biden the plane for his personal use? I come back to that lady and I said, they did not give President Trump a plane for personal use. They give it to America and the Air Force. They give it to the American people. But see, that's how the news media twists to make lies and half-truths. And see, people will see little news clippings of MSNBC, CNN, CBS, ABC, NBC. They see little clippings of news, and people believe it. That's how, I guess, much attention people gives to things and just believes. And just believes it. And because I've had old people argue me, I seen that on Channel 5. They don't lie. I said, well, yeah, they do. I said, you might be a little older, but I said, you've got fingers. And I said, you've got a computer in your house now. I said, you can Google this stuff. I said, you can look at alternative media. And I said, you can find the truth. I mean, I've had several people look at me and say, well, that was on Channel 5 and 11. They don't lie. I said, well, have you ever noticed if you turn on the main news, it's all the same quote? President Trump ambushes South African president. Well, South Africa is killing white farmers, along with some black farmers too, let's be honest. But majority of it's white farmers. They're taking their land, they're killing them, they're raping their wives and killing their children. It's the truth. It's documented, it's truth. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The left they're not giving up. They're still trying to turn this country socialist. I mean, we won sort of a battle with putting President Trump in there. He's got an amazing cabinet that's got his back and are fighting hard for the American First agenda. But there's a lot of rhinos in the Congress and Senate who are globalists, and they're along with the Democrats. They're fighting to keep their lobbyist money from big pharma corporations who want it to be a global economy, and really they want to turn the U.S. into a third world shithole, and that's their goal. There's almost 87 million of us stood up and put President Trump in there, which is not a politician, he's a builder. He understands that we need manufacturing back in this country. The Socialist Democrats, they're all for power, and they'll use the globalist companies to their advantage to keep their power. That's why they brought in all the illegals. That's why they opened the border. And that's why they hid Joe Biden, to use him as a puppet. And You know, there's a lot out there that they covered up, and the rhinos know too. They's all in on it, a lot of them. I mean, it was plain to see. If you wasn't blind and you wasn't deaf, anytime he come on TV, walk in the walls, walk off in the woods, shake hands with people wasn't there, fall down, couldn't speak. I mean, my mom had dementia, and I took care of her for 10 years. I know what I was looking at. I don't have to be a doctor to see. I lived it. But here's what I want to say. And tell you people that if you like somebody that just plain it tells it straight just like it is, that does the best that they can, you can subscribe because it's free. And if you don't like it, then take your finger and move on. I don't need a smart aleck comment. Just flip on by. That'll suffice. And I'm tired of the threatening comments and held and reviews, so I'm gonna just start blocking them off and be done with it. So, but anyway, good Lord willing, I'll see you next time. And before I get off, I pray for the people in Kentucky that went through the devastation tornadoes, and the people in North Carolina and East Tennessee are still trying to get their houses built and trying to get their lives back together. There's some rebuilding, but there's a lot that can't get permitted. The government's not giving them permits. They're still living in campers, and a lot still living in tents. So let's pray for those people and help when you can. Check out Deep River Farms. He'll keep you updated, and if you can help, if nothing more than a prayer, then do that. That's a powerful thing right there. Keep praying, and keep praying for our country. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.